CNN's Miguel Marquez, who is live in Indianapolis. And Miguel, I know you've got a special guest with you, but wow, this blowback was something that the governor said he did not expect, but he is having to deal with it.
Clearly he has caved. It's not clear how much he has caved or what that fix in this bill will look like. He seems to be talking about something that would include that the legislation that he signed into law would not surpass federal, state, or local ordinances when it comes to gays, lesbians, or other protected classes of citizens. But it's not clear. It's also not clear it can be done this week because the House and the legislature here, even though completely controlled by Republicans, would have to suspend the work that they're doing. They'd have to suspend the rules and rush something through, which is fairly unheard of in Indiana. Democrats in the minority in the House and the Senate here in Indiana will be holding a press conference at 1 o'clock to address all of this. And the governor saying that at this hour, they are still talking about the language that will be the fix for this bill. So it's not clear what we will see. I do want to bring in Greg Louganis, who is not from Indiana, but your husband is. You've become Olympic gold medalist, of course, and you've become sort of an activist on this issue. You were not allowed into the press conference, but what do you make of, why is it important to gay and lesbians and transgendered everywhere, what we're seeing here in Indiana?
Well, okay, my husband's not from Indy.
Oh, he's
from Lafayette, but no, it's so important to me, that legislation like this hurts our LGBT and questioning youth. What kind of message are we sending our young people? It's a high rate of teen suicides amongst gay teens, and I struggled with this growing up as a gay person.
The governor says that there will be a fix. I don't know how closely you have followed the minutia of this bill and of what's happening here, but what do you want to see come out of the House and Senate here in Indianapolis?
Well, basically inclusion. That our rights are protected as the LGBT community. I've always felt embraced by Indiana, by Indianapolis. I've been to Olympic diving trials, nationals, Pan American Games here, made my professional dance debut. I don't think it reflects the people of Indiana.
Do you think Indiana's getting a bad rap in all of this?
I'm not going to say that Indiana's getting a bad rap with this. I mean, something needs to be done, and I think that education needs to happen. Sexual identity is, you're born this way, so you're excluding, a portion of humanity.
Ashley, did you have a question for Mr. Louganis?
I'd love to get his reaction to what the governor said or didn't say. I mean, a fix, but he wouldn't say what a fix was, and certainly it is short, Miguel, short of this notion of protection, a protected class for gays and lesbians in the state of Indiana. What could possibly fix this bill?
I don't know what can fix the bill. I really don't. I mean, you do have to include, be inclusive, that sexual identity be in place.
During the press conference, he said he'd accept a fix, but he wouldn't go so far as to include a non-discrimination clause for gays and lesbians and transgendered across Indiana, which is something that activists have asked for many years.
Right.
I mean, so.
Well, you know what? I come from California. We had Prop 8. That was we had to fight to defeat that, so that I could marry my soulmate, Johnny Shio, be legally married in the state of California. So we've had our issues with, with our own legislation in California, and it appears that that's what's happening here now in Indiana.
Yeah, Ashley, anything else?
No, well, we're watching this, and clearly, Miguel, great reporting on that. I could hear the questions over and over again, but I kept hearing a lot of the same answers, and I, for one, am dying to find out what this legislative fix will be, but so far, no answers from the governor, no hints either.
That's the question.
Yeah, that's really it. I mean, until we get that, there's so little to talk about other than those who are so frustrated.
And I asked him during the very last part of the press conference whether he personally believed if individuals who were Christian, they own businesses, photography, florists, bakers, if he personally believed whether they should be, they should have to supply services to gay and lesbians for their weddings. And he, again, like over the weekend, he dodged the question. So I think a lot of this is, even though he says it doesn't discriminate, that Indiana doesn't discriminate, it comes back to that question over gay and lesbian weddings and how that has really thrown a wrench into the RFRA works, if it were.
And what makes it so different as well from 1993 and from many of the other states like Illinois, where Barack Obama signed the legislation as well. There was protection for gays and lesbians in Illinois, so it is different. It's not the same, and that's frustrating to hear that it's the same. Miguel Marquez, thank you, and our great thanks to Greg Louganis. By the way, huge fan, Greg, of your incredible.
Thank you.
I mean, wow, I heard Greg Louganis is on the show, and I thought I wish I could talk to you about sports, but here we are talking about this instead. Anyway, thanks to both of you for shedding light on this and for trying to work through these complicated concepts as well.